Tuhin, the BJP government hates one particular
Pranesh,
religion, which is why
people
this
like
persecution
Sharjeel
against
Imam.
Umar Khalid and the others.
You know, people like Sharjeel Imam and Omar Khalid are akin to white-collar terrorists. They are enablers to, dangerous riots, dangerous anti-national activities, and that makes them at times more dangerous than the actual terrorists. And I'm saying this on the basis of the observations of Delhi High Court. Now, unfortunately, the pro-Congress panelists don't even go through the observations made by the Honorable Court. The court has very clearly explained the reason, has taken into cognizance the reason for the delay in proceeding with the trial, which is that the investigation is at the stage of hearing of arguments, and that the trial need not be expedited because the case is proceeding well. These are very crystal cut observations of the court. Now, I want to specifically just highlight two portions of the observations made by Honorable Delhi High Court yesterday, and that would explain the complicity of these people, that would explain the heinous nature of the crime committed by people like Sharjeel Imam. Keeping in view the nature of the allegations and specifically the submission of the learned Solicitor General and the learned SPP that the present is not a case of regular protest/riot matter, but rather a premeditated, pre-orchestrated conspiracy to commit unlawful activities threatening the unity, integrity and sovereignty of India, it becomes the arduous task of the court to strike a balance between individual rights and the interests of the nation. Can we forget that it was the same Sharjeel Imam who had called for striking off the chicken neck from India? Isn't that, the language which a Pakistan enemy from Pakistan would speak?
No, Tuhin, I am not on that. Look, people can say what they want. If the courts think that, it is not legal, lawful, it is up to the courts to pronounce judgment or punishment. We should not sit in, and have value judgments. I get the larger point that you're trying to make, Tuhin, but you see, the ecosystem/opposition is saying that the BJP government is ensuring that Umar Khalid is in jail because he's a Muslim.
That on the contrary, Pranesh, let me put forth this argument. If these people don't even have a problem with Khalid Mashal, ex-Hamas chief addressing a video conference in Malappuram, do you really expect them to have a problem with Sharjeel Imam and the likes of Omar Khalid making such statements? Okay. And again, they gave that leeway to Khalid Mashal only because of their religion. So these people are fundamentally corrupt in their mind. They only use religion to exploit.
What do you make of this campaign that the ecosystem has launched?
Good evening, Pranesh, and good evening to my fellow panelists. Look, let me be very clear. The judges have denied bail to Umar Khalid not because of his faith, but because of theirs. And their faith is justice. And to those on this panel and otherwise are saying Umar has been denied bail because he's a Muslim. Prosecution has collected evidence against him because the government is anti-Muslim. The trial hasn't begun because he is Muslim. Would they agree that Colonel Purohit was denied bail for 8 years because he was a Hindu? That his trial started after 10 years because the state was anti-Hindu? Kaun sa logic la rahe ho yaar? Number one, 5 points. I speak as a free speech absolutist who has stood for the free speech rights of some of the most despicable and evil characters one could find, and you know it, Pranesh. But this entire issue is not a free speech issue. Giving a hate speech is one thing, and by the way, I include hate speech in free speech, but planning and orchestrating a communal riot, being in the front line of the mob, carrying sticks in their hand, inciting a mob, pushing the police barricades violently, being culpable of unlawful assembling and rioting. This is no longer a free speech issue. These are serious charges concerning not a purported hate speech, but rather incitement and planning a riot. This is a fact. Number two, yes, bail, they say, should be the rule and jail the exception. But let's talk common sense out here. Not every under trial gets bail. There are rules for granting bail, are they not? Flight risk, threat to the nation, destroying evidence, coercing witnesses. These and many other aspects are deliberated by courts in detail before bail is granted. Now, in this case, why should there be an overriding of this process? Especially when A, the Chief Justice is on record saying the defense was deliberately delaying the hearing and pleading adjournments repeatedly. And B, the bail has been heard and deliberated by the courts a dozen times. 3,000-page charge sheet, 30,000-page evidence, 133-page order, following which they have denied bail. And by the way, 71% of all prisoners in India are under trials, rotting in jail without bail. Umar Khalid hasn't been singled out, just that you care more about him than a million others. Number 3, finally, this is important. Umar Khalid, Pranesh, is the symptom of a disease that inflicts this nation. A stinging indictment of our education system, where those who should be studying and making something of their lives indulge in hate politics because it rewards them more than education does. It wasn't the speech of Kapil Mishra or Varis Pathan or Harsh Bandar that was responsible for the Delhi riots that killed both Hindus and Muslims, but rather the actions of people like Tahir Hussain. The charges against Umar Khalid are for conspiring with Hussain based on call records, meetings, planning, and Hussein's own confession. Khalid is a journey that began with his eulogizing the terrorist Burhan Wani, making out the terrorist killing as a judicial murder, and from there to Shaheen Bagh, then to Delhi riots, is a lesson for all youngsters. Hate pays, but only for the shepherds. The lambs proceed to the slaughterhouse, and all along the way, they bleat. Hatred for Modi was transmogrified by Umar Khalid into hatred for a plural, non-appeasing India, and that is the reason.
Okay, Dr. Sunny Dhiman wants to respond, but before I bring in Sunny, I just want to ask Shoaib bhai. Shoaib bhai, जैसे तुहीन ने कहा और डॉक्टर रंगनाथन कह रहे हैं कि अगर ये वाला लॉजिक दे रिलीजन का, आपने नहीं दिया, मैं आपसे बस वो पूछना चाहता हूं कि एज अ राइट थिंकिंग इंडिविजुअल, तो इस हिसाब से कर्नल पुरोहित, साध्वी प्रज्ञा और भी बहुत सारे केसेस हैं, उसमें रिलीजन पे फैसला हुआ था सर?
नहीं, देखिए, सवाल घूम फिर के यही आ जाता है कि कोई भी आदमी कितना भी बहुत बड़ा जुल्म किया हो, कितने भी उसके सिक्योरिटी इश्यूज की बात आप करते हैं, लेकिन हमारे देश का एक संविधान है, हमारे पास एक लॉ है, कानून है, और संविधान डेयर्डेड क्रिमिनल्स को भी जस्टिस सर्व करता है. डेयर्डेड एंड इट इंश्योर्स to serve the justice to anyone, any citizen. यहां सवाल सिर्फ उमर खालिद या शर्जील इमाम का नहीं है, यहां सवाल उस सिटीजन का है जो भारत के नागरिक होने के नाते किसी भी केस में इन्वॉल्व है, लेकिन वहां जस्टिस इस तरीके से मिल रहा है.
बट शोएब भाई, इसमें तो कोई दो राय नहीं है, इसमें तो सब सहमत हैं. ये आप सही कह रहे हैं, ये तो एक सिस्टेमिक इशू है कि इतने केसेस पेंडिंग है, समय लग जाता है ट्रायल में, इसमें कोई दो राय नहीं. ये मैंने भी बोला, डॉक्टर रंगनाथन ने कहा, आई डोंट थिंक अश्विनी जी भी इसमें कोई कुछ बोलेंगे. लेकिन मैं आपसे लार्जर सवाल पूछ रहा हूं. आप देखिए, मैं आपको एक एग्जांपल देता हूं. अफजल गुरु को कोर्ट ने सजा दी फांसी की, उसके बाद भी कुछ लोग हैं जो बोलते हैं कि वो मिसअंडरस्टूड था, वो उसको टेररिस्ट नहीं बोलते हैं, याकूब मेमन को टेररिस्ट नहीं बोलते हैं, और फिर बोला जाता है कि फ्री स्पीच है.
लोअर कोर्ट्स और लोअर जुडिशरी का जो माइंडसेट है वो किस तरीके से कितना फ्री है.
शोएब भाई, ये लोअर कोर्ट्स तो नहीं था ना, ये तो सुप्रीम कोर्ट था सर. ये सुप्रीम कोर्ट था, अयोध्या वर्डिक्ट भी सुप्रीम कोर्ट था. ये लोअर कोर्ट से तो बात ऊपर चली गई है.
मैं इस केस की बात कर रहा हूं. आप कहते हैं कि यहां से कि जस्टिस की बात होती है. जस्टिस शेखर उपाध्याय का नाम सुना है आपने? जस्टिस शेखर उपाध्याय.
एक मिनट शोएब भाई, मैं आपसे बस ये पूछ, देखिए जजेस, हम अगर जजेस को डिस्कस करेंगे, दे आर नॉट हियर टू डिफेंड देमसेल्व्स. मैं आपसे एक प्रिंसिपल पे पूछ रहा हूं. अगर लोअर कोर्ट, तो साध्वी प्रज्ञा का भी तो केस लोअर कोर्ट में था, बहुत और भी लोग हैं जिनका केस लोअर कोर्ट में है. कल मुझे और आपको ही कुछ हो जाए तो हम भी तो लोअर कोर्ट से ही सुप्रीम कोर्ट में जाएंगे सर. लेकिन जो सिस्टम है, तो ऐसे तो नहीं बोल सकते कि शोएब भाई हैं तो चलो उनको 7 दिन कर दो और प्रणेश हैं तो इनको 2 दिन में छोड़ दो. ऐसे सर कोर्ट नहीं चलता है, और हमको ऐसा ये जो इररिस्पॉन्सिबल कमेंट्री ये करनी भी नहीं चाहिए. सनी धीमान काफी समय से कुछ बोलना चाह रहे हैं. यस डॉक्टर धीमान.
यस, कुछ बोलने से पहले आप जरा ये जरूर सुने क्योंकि ये इग्नोर किया